Now, by now you will have all heard that we made the very difficult decision with very careful consideration of our leaders, and we have had to postpone regional convention due to the coronavirus outbreak. You know, what I really want to stress is the welfare and safety of our distributors is one of utmost importance to us, and we feel it was really the best decision for all involved. Now, I'd really like to take this opportunity to send love and prayers to our Jeunesse family around the world that have been impacted by the coronavirus. You know, our hearts are really with you all. Now, regional convention may have been postponed, but we are bringing it to a screen near you. So over the next 3 weeks, we will be doing several Facebook Lives and online training to ensure you get your year off to the best start. After all, what I love most about this industry is online is the heart of our industry. Now, kicking off session 1 of regional convention to your lounge room, we have none other than Executive Director of Direct Selling Association Australia, Gillian Stapleton. Welcome to the call, Jill.
Hey, fantastic to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome. Now, the direct selling world, it is a really exciting time. You know, for us, especially in our current environment, we can build a business anywhere. Technology makes it so easy. So today, Jill will take you through where the direct selling world is at, but more importantly, where the direct selling world is headed. Over to you, Jill.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you so much. And welcome, and thank you for inviting me. I'm very excited to be here. And yes, I just really want to say that one of my mantras for this year is tone from the top. And it takes a strong leader to make some tough decisions. And I think Jeunesse and Rachel here have taken the absolute right decision. And in protecting you as distributors and your families, because we just don't know where this is going to end up at the moment. And I think right here, right now, the right decision was to postpone your event. And whilst I'm sorry I can't be here in person, we can turn, you know, lemon into lemonade, and we can make something really fizzy and sparkly out of this from an online perspective. And I'll be talking a little bit more about that first. But first of all, I want to tell you about direct selling globally and how amazing this opportunity you have now with this recording and with everything at your fingertips, with your online tools, of what an opportunity you have. I'll take a second or two to just tell you that I was in direct selling. I walked in your shoes in the early 90s. And if this had happened to my business in the early 90s, my business would have closed. We didn't have the online streaming. We didn't have the tools that you have right now. It was very much about face-to-face and, you know, driving to people's homes and taking the orders manually. And so I think we need to look at the bright side of the tools and the technology and how it's going to enhance your skills. And professionally, you have a real opportunity to develop and grow your business right now. So we'll move to the slides, Rachel, if that's okay. And I just want to talk to you about the membership Jeunesse and why they are members of direct selling. We as a membership organization, Jeunesse choose to be members with us, and they are members with us in many other countries around the world. And we're part of a world federation, a world body that regulates the industry. Rachel and I have known each other for many years, and we're proud that their membership is now in its 8th year, coming on 9. And what that means for you is that you are protected by our code of practice, which I think is on the next slide. Maybe a picture of the, no, okay. I thought we had a picture of the code of practice. What happens here is that Jeunesse sign up to be a member of Direct Selling Australia, and you are then, and they too, agree to abide by the code of practice. You will find that on the Direct Selling website, which is just directselling.org.au. And that code protects you as a consultant, but it also goes further in protecting your consumers as well. They have additional rights, which extend beyond the Australian consumer law. And what we like
just jumping in there, we have all of that in the back office and on our website for our distributors as well, so they can get to it at any time.
Yeah, and what it does is it gives you an extra protection. It makes you know that the company you are aligned with are honest and ethical and take as we've seen in the recent decision to postpone the event, they take their leadership role in the industry very seriously. And in agreeing to abide by the code, it is voluntary. They are doing the utmost for you as consultants and for your consumers. So when you look at the Australian industry on the next slide, you'll see that we've been, we ranked 22 in the global ranking around the world, which when you consider our population, for those of you online, I know some of you will be in Australia, I congratulate you because each and every one of you have helped us to be 22nd worldwide, which when you look at our population compared to the global population of our direct sellers, it's really, really great. I'd love to get it above that. So, you know, with your help and maybe this year, we can move back up into, you know, 19 and 18. I'd love to be up there. And we only, we dropped to 22 only because some of the amazing growth that's going on in China is, you know, pushing our rankings down with our population. So, you know, with each and every one of you focusing on your business this year and the opportunities you have, as you'll see from the next slide, and worldwide, the industry is in a great place. When you look at the billions of dollars that goes through this channel globally and how many people are engaged globally and locally, we're close to 500,000 Australians who are engaged with one of our direct selling members. So it means direct selling right now is the absolute perfect gig economy to be investing in. And there are many at the moment in gig economies who can't be growing their businesses because of the virus, but you can. You have every tool available. So again, direct selling wins. We always say that we were the original gig economy, but there are, you know, Uber drivers. I was in an Uber yesterday. His business is right down because, you know, he can't grow his business when we don't have the tourists here in Sydney, but you can grow your business because you can talk to people, you know, on FaceTime, on Zoom, and every other opportunity that you can. And right now, the product that you've got in your fingertips is just so on point and needed by our people. So on the next slide, Rachel, you'll also see, and I'm going to plot through these slides quite quickly. I mean, we know data is really important, but I just want to show you the reach of what you are doing and how many lives are being impacted by the incredible opportunity in direct selling. And these are all Australian figures that I'm showing you. And you'll find all of these on our website if they're of interest to you. So Rachel, if we can go to the next slide. I think it's this one that gets me very excited about the top product sectors, wellness and cosmetics. Look at that. And where is Janesse placed? So incredible that you are in the right place at the right time. So congratulations on being there. So let's move on to the TGA. I know some of you are concerned, and I'm just going to give you a little brief overview of what you need to know. So on the next slide, so for those of you who don't know what the TGA is, it's the Therapeutics Goods Administrator. It's the regulator that regulates anything that makes a therapeutic claim. So I've got on screen an example of your product, the AM product, and Rachel and I were just talking about that before we came live, and how, you know, I have to tell you right now, I'm really taking care of my health with this crisis going around the world. I think everybody's got a heightened awareness of what we need to do. One of the things I would say is that the work we're doing with the TGA right now, you need to be absolutely sure that you do not stray from the claim. So you'll see listed on this slide the indications for this particular product. You'll see what you can say about it. So all of those permitted indications listed, this is the TGA website, all of those things you are allowed to say about this particular product. And so, you know, I'm just looking at maintains and supports energy levels. That's a great thing to be able to say about the AM. Everybody needs good energy at the moment, and incredible. So on the next slide, one of the things I really want to say is we as an industry take what we do very seriously, and I sit on the TGA committee, and we have some new laws in place around the advertising code. And it does mean that as it stands at the moment, and much like the virus, this is a moving feast, and I'll talk to you about that in a second. You need, as distributors, to stick to the claims. Do not stray from the claim. So look at what Janesse tell you about that product and stick to that claim. Do not try and say that it does things that it's not listed for. That will get you and Janesse into trouble. And so stick to the claim, look at what you can say about it and say that with passion and excitement and fizz. That's my word for this year, is fizz. Be fizzy, be excited about what you're doing, but don't stray from the claim. And the other thing that has changed at the moment is testimonials. As a distributor, you are involved in the sale of that product. So for anything that's listed with the TGA in Australia, you are not allowed to make a personal testimonial about that product. And what that means is you cannot say what it does for you personally, but you can collect customer testimonials. Anybody not involved in the sale of it, you can collect those testimonials and you can post them on your social media. But again, the same rule applies. Don't stray from the claim. Keep it clean, and then we'll all be, you know, doing a much better job and building our businesses. Don't be tempted to stray away from that. You see, I'm putting my lights on. How sustainable is my office here? So moving on to the next slide. On our website, again, this is a screenshot to show you on our website what you can and can't do. So very much do not focus on what you can't do, focus on what you can do. Focus on the claims you can make and focus on collecting customer testimonials. But if you want more information, please go and have a look at this website, which is very easy to find. But it is a moving feast, and we are keeping our members involved and working very hard with the TGA to make some amendments to this code and the act and way it affects us with testimonials. And I had anticipated a result by now. But unfortunately, the coronavirus has taken precedent. The TGA is obviously the regulator, reports to Greg Hunt, the Minister for Health, and he's a bit busy at the moment dealing with the impending crisis. So we just have to be patient, and I do expect that there will be some changes to this. I just can't make any promises. So for now, don't stray from the claim and collect consumer testimonials. So very quickly, because I'm going to run out of time, I was just going to show you a few trends on the next couple of slides, and I will go through them quite quickly to tell you what I see from an industry perspective of what's happening. So on the next slide, and it really endorses what I talk about, if we could go to the next one, is the power of storytelling. You have got such an amazing story to tell, and you are in the right place at the right time. On the next slide, you'll see that I have this mantra this year: one woman, one idea had a global impact. So I had the incredible opportunity to, or will have the opportunity to work with this woman who's on my next slide, I believe, Samantha Gash. A quick story here. So Samantha is one woman. She's a runner and I'm a runner. So you know, conflict, I do declare an interest in what Sam does. She's a long distance runner like me. But the other thing that she did more recently, she told an incredible story. She set up the Relief Run, which was a 2-week campaign. And this is what I want to show you, the power you have at your fingertips. In the middle of the bushfire crisis, and this is very dear to my heart because I nearly lost my home on many occasions through January. I was right in the firing line of the fire. And so I got completely enveloped in this crisis that I know you are in your business. And what I want to tell you is I looked for opportunities to get out and grow my opportunity in being in the middle of that fire. Sam set up an Instagram account. She set up the Relief Run. It was a virtual run. And what she achieved in 2 weeks through the power of a great story, you can see on screen. But the statistic I haven't given you is that in 2 weeks, yes, she raised over $1 million. She had 18,500 people doing a virtual run. All we did was run in our own home state and logged it on the internet on Strava. She impacted people in 55 countries around the world did this run. The power from her mobile phone of what she did should just show you what opportunity you have. She didn't leave her house. And so I think for you right now, this shows you what can be done with the power of a great story, and each and every one of you will have a great story. So Rachel, I know we're going to run out of time in a few minutes, so I'm going to move on to the next slide because you've got everything in your fingertips. So on the next slide, you'll see we're very much about sustainability. We're very much about saving our planet and climate change. And so again, Jeunesse is leading the way in this. Look at this. A virtual conference, amazing. Just think of the goodness that we've done, Jeunesse have done for the planet in doing what they're doing and having you all together in your own homes from live. And this is just, you know, a fun thing that, you know, who thought toothpaste would now come in a little tablet form? I'm definitely going to buy some of this. So there's no plastic wasted in this. And I know sustainability is very important to Jeunesse, and hence, you know, saving the sustainability, the air miles. I was going to spend a whole day coming to your conference, and now I've done a 20-minute webinar. I've saved air miles, I've saved my taxi ride, all this has been saved. But the thing I see now is personalizing it. Personalize your story, make it real to people, be authentic. And on the next slide, you'll see that everybody is personalizing the story. Everybody is keeping it real and keeping it. And I would say that for me is about direct selling. It's personal. The reason I love what I do is because this business allowed me to raise my 2 young children from home in the 90s. I was able to drop them to school and pick them up every day throughout their primary years at school. That to me is critical. And so I tell my personal story, make it personal. Moving on, another thing that's really becoming important is our home. So on the next slide, you'll see people are taking things back into their home. Who would have thought that you could get your teeth whitened? In the bottom corner, that is a teeth whitening party being done in somebody's home. Our homes, and never more so now with what's going on, is our homes are becoming the center of what we do. We're coming back to our homes, and here you have an incredible business. You don't need to leave your kitchen table to run this business if you want to. And that for me is the power of what you do. And there are so many businesses right now who are struggling because they don't have what we have and the opportunities we have. Again, moving on really quickly, and I'm sorry, I always talk too much. But again, talking about local businesses, and on the next slide, Proudly Local, a very quick story about Turapit. Again, another icon of mine, a hero I worship. This woman was badly injured through the bushfires. She took adversity, and you can see she is now proudly amazing woman. She runs a business, she runs an online business, but again, through the bushfires, she took what she saw as this terrible crisis, started a website, Spend With Them. And on the next slide, you'll see what impact she had. That little coffee shop, and I think if you flick it, Rachel, it'll give you the numbers on the next slide. That little coffee shop is where I live. It's a tiny little country town on the south coast of New South Wales. We've been hit very badly by the fires. This coffee roaster sold more coffee beans in 24 hours as a result of this one woman and her Instagram than he had done in 2 years. 24 hours in 2 years. That's the power of direct selling. That's incredible what you've got. So she took a crisis and she turned it into an opportunity. And that's what I'm saying to you. It's just mindset. You know this, you're direct sellers. It's changing your mindset and taking this opportunity right here, right now. You've got more time, more opportunity to grow your business and talk to people and build your business. And Rachel, you know, I think on that, we've probably, you know, this is what I want to end on is it's one person, one idea. Take your ideas, take this business opportunity and use this to grow your business. And honestly, I can tell you, I think the people with the right mindset, they will grow their businesses in this time, not go backwards. So, you know, that for me is move from right brain, left brain, think about it, do things differently. This is an opportunity for growth and learning. And, you know, you have it in your hands. You have everything you need to grow your business. And there are many, many, many businesses who would really want what you've got. So, Rachel, thank you. I've loved being here today. I'm looking forward to sharing success, and maybe we will meet face to face down the track at the event when we have an opportunity to reschedule. But congratulations to each and every one of you for what you're doing. You are spreading an incredible business opportunity and impacting people's lives. One person, one impact, global response. So well done. Great job. Thanks, Rachel.
Excellent. Thanks so much for being with us, Jill. And what I really want to, you know, I love Jill's message, and it is so true. What we have at our fingertips now, being able to, you know, reach people from the comfort of our own lounge room, you know, the power of storytelling. And you look back at those stats. I'm a bit of a stats geek, so I love looking at those stats that, you know, 44% of the direct selling world falls under wellness, and 28% of the direct selling world falls under cosmetics. Two of our top industries, you know. So when I sit here and I look at you know, the opportunity in our wellness category, especially right now, the opportunity in our cosmetic category, the power of storytelling, the amazing opportunities we have online. You know, it is a very, very sad time for a lot of us, but the great thing is we have some great products, and we can still build this business with this amazing business opportunity. So look, thanks again, Jill, for being with us. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed session 1 of our regional convention to the lounge room. Stay tuned, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow for session 2. Over and out, guys.